Hey book nerds, I'm Travis and this is Travis Reads Books. Today I'm doing a review of The Girl Who Wasn't Dead by Samantha Boyette. I received a copy of this book from the publisher and it comes out September 12th. This book is the story of Jenny. Someone tries to kill Jenny on her prom night, but she doesn't know who. But Jenny survives the attempt on her life, and rather than going to the police like a sane person, she decides to hide out in a cabin and let everyone think she's dead. A year later, she comes out of hiding, calls together all her old friends, and hosts a "One of You Tried to Kill Me" reunion party. Overall, the concept is fairly cliché, but I'd certainly be willing to go along with it if the story delivered. It does not. The book has 4 main problems that I'm going to outline for you here. Problem number 1, the characters. Every conceivable YA trope is on display here with these characters. You've got your jerk boyfriend who only cares about crushing brews and slamming bitches, and is generally just human garbage. Then you have your beautiful, popular main character, who actually has a kind heart, but for some reason is oblivious to her boyfriend's human garbagery. Then you've got your comic drawing nerd, who is in love with his best friend, who of course is completely oblivious to this fact. You've got your complete and utter bitch character, whom everybody hates, and yet is somehow really popular anyway. And finally, to round things out, you've even got your secret lesbian love affair, which is of course revealed to everyone on prom night. These characters are just as two-dimensional as their descriptions would imply, and watching them perfectly fill out the roles of their stereotypes is absolutely painful. Major problem number 2, multiple perspectives. Multiple perspectives is a difficult thing to pull off, and it has to be done exactly right. This book has 6 different characters. It's constantly shifting between them. Some chapters are in first person, some chapters are in third person, and worst of all, they all sound the same. Well, other than the garbage boyfriend character, who is easily discernible because he can't stop talking about crushing brews and slamming bitches. It is confusing, it is frustrating, and it makes the entire book even more of a chore to read. Major problem number 3, repetition. Through the course of the book, every character tells their version of the events that transpired a year earlier on prom night. The problem is, they were all together for most of it, so there is a ton of repetition. Huge swaths of dialogue just copy and pasted from one chapter to another, sometimes 3 or 4 times. There's not even any unique perspectives to the events because everyone is surprisingly honest and all tell the same version of the events. By the time you've read the exact same scene for the 4th time, you're about ready to give up on this book. Major problem number 4. This book is ostensibly a mystery. You are presumably supposed to wonder who it was that actually tried to kill Jenny, but the answer is so painfully obvious the book practically beats you over the head with it. There is essentially one and only one reasonable suspect, and the book telegraphs the final outcome at every opportunity, just in case you happen to miss all the clues staring you in the face. And then, after all that, the book concludes with one of the most ridiculous, out-of-character, preposterous scenes in the history of literature, if you can call this book literature. It is so absurd that it actually made me laugh out loud. But in a way, that's sort of the perfect ending to such a terrible, terrible book. Now, I take no pleasure in giving a book a bad review. I don't enjoy tearing down something someone else has worked really hard on. But this is the kind of book that is legitimately harmful to the industry. Somewhere along the road to publication, someone should have said to the author, "This book is not ready to be published. This book may never be ready to be published, but keep writing, keep getting better. Maybe one day." But someone should have said, "Not today." Well, that was my review of The Girl Who Wasn't Dead by Samantha Boyette. If you liked the review, be sure and give it a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, maybe subscribe so you don't miss any reviews coming up in the future. Thanks for watching, love and respect. See you next time.